Mr. Segun Ajayi Kadri. He is the Director General, Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. Thank you so much and have a productive week. All right, it's time for us to look at market figures. And joining me to start the conversation this week is capital market and economic analyst, Mr. Rotimi Fakayejo. Good afternoon, Mr. Fakayejo, and thank you for joining the program.
Good afternoon.
Yes, it's the last week for the month of September. What is your take with the performance of the market in recent times and as we move to the end of this month?
Well, I think before now, the market has been resilient across board, all sectors. And we've seen the market as a put to test with the various happenings within the economy and also a few policies that have affected market. In all of this, market remains strong and resilient. What I believe drives the market more is the renewed posture, the performance of the market vis-a-vis the first half year reports of most of the quoted companies. And we've seen the late comers, which because they are audited reports of some banks, and then the reports are quite substantial and quite impressive. Some of that, the banks that have put forward their results, they are paying higher dividends than what they had paid in the previous year as interim. And that implies a lot that the figures we see are real and they are things to actually work with and plan with. So I believe that with the market closing 0.8%, 0.87% up today, I believe it's just the beginning, because normally for the quarter end, it's definitely we're going to see more bullish trend in the market this week.
I see a beautiful news. I just saw it while coming into the studio that the likes of NNPC, NLNG, BOA, 11 others prepare for listing at the stock market. That's good news.
Yes, it's very exciting news because one thing that we do to the market is it will give depth and also quality. So we will see more robust market, a market that not just few stocks can actually affect either positively or negatively. So we're going to see it getting better, and I believe that Nigerians will take advantage of these proposed listings because it's like a sharing in the national cake. And I want to believe also that NNPCL will be as transparent as possible and maybe deviate from the way we used to see in Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. I see it as a business concern this time, and maybe in a few years' time we'll be able to liken it to Aramco or Saudi Arabia. And I believe that is what we look forward to in the market, and I believe the market is actually waiting for this listing.
I must thank you so much, Mr. Fakayejo. Do have a great week.
A pleasure.
Global stocks firmed the nation today ahead of the central bank meetings that are widely expected to deliver 2 more rate cuts and key U.S. inflation figures that should flash a green light for more easing there. China's central bank lowered its 14-day repo rate by 10 basis points a couple of 10 days after disappointing markets by not quoting longer-term rates. Well, Euro Stock 50 futures added 0.5%, FTSE futures 0.3%, DAX futures 0.4%, S&P 500 firm 0.3%, Nasdaq futures added 0.6%. The S&P is up 1% so far in September, historically the weakest month for stocks, and has gained 19% year to date to reach an all-time high. Well, it's been a rough week for the people traveling through Seattle, a busy hub for Alaska Airlines and other major carriers. Alaska Airlines halted its flights in Seattle briefly on Sunday night due to significant disruptions from an unspecified technology problem that was resolved at about 10 p.m. local time. According to the airline on its homepage, travelers were advised to check their flight status before leaving for the airport if their schedule has not been changed or cancelled, while apologizing for inconvenience and promising to resolve the issue. Last week, the operator of Seattle Tacoma International Airport, the main hub for Alaska Airlines, said hackers were demanding $6 million in Bitcoin for documents they stole during the cyber attack in August and they posted on the dark web. The port of Seattle, which owns and runs the airport, said it has decided not to pay. South Korea Customs Office data shows that the country's exports slightly fell in the first 20 days of September 2024 due to fewer business days. The data shows that outbound shipments shrank 1.1% from a year earlier to $35.58 billion in September 1st to 28th period. According to the Customs Service, the downturn came as the Chuseok holiday or an autumn harvest celebration slashed the number of working days by 2.5 days in a cited period. The daily average export spiked 1.8% in 20-day period. Import decreased 4.5% to $34.78 billion in the September 20-day period, sending the trade surplus of $799 million. Semiconductors export soared 26.2% to $7.48 billion in the cited period. But automotive shipments shed 8.8% to $2.98 billion. Shipment for all products, steel and mobile devices, diminished in single figures, while those for auto parts, precision, machinery, and home appliances retreated in double digits. Singapore's core inflation rose to 2.7% year-on-year in August, the first time in 6 months. Ministry of Trade and Industry and the Monetary Authority of Singapore attributed the growth to an increase in service inflation. The last time core inflation rose was in February, and the core inflation excludes private transport and accommodation, counts to better reflect household expenses. On a month-on-month basis, core inflation increased by 0.3%, while overall inflation rose by 0.7%. Service inflation rose to 3.3% in August, up from 2.9% the previous month. This is due to holiday expenses picking up more strongly, while airfares recorded smaller declines. Well, crude oil prices fell today after last week's cuts to U.S. interest rates and a dip in U.S. crude supply in the aftermath of Hurricane Francine, which countered weaker demand from top oil importer China. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude rose to sell at $71.19 per barrel, with an upward price margin of 0.27%. Brent crude futures experienced an upward price review of 0.20% to sell at $74.64 per barrel. Bonny Light sells for $78.62, down 2.84%. And for the OPEC basket, crude oil dealers are offering $75.15 with an uptick of 2.04%. Well, that's Business Nigeria for today. Well, it's the start of the week. We still have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to go. But we'll definitely always bring you up to speed with happenings around the world of business. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe, get busy, and always make some cash. I'll see ya.